That's it for baseball. We got one NBA game on the card right now, and it is a doozy. Game 1 in the Western Conference Finals, Lakers and Denver. Denver, a big favorite. Some people have already commented about what they think about this one. How are we going to figure out exactly what to do? Thank God we have joining us our resident NBA expert, Trotwam, to help us figure out exactly what to do. How's everything going for you, Trotwam, right now?
Feeling good, Pete. Feeling good, feeling great. Glad to be here. Glad to see the chat. Shout out to Noli Knows on the Giants under, Astros under, Marlins under. Shout out to the under guy himself, Nasty Nate, Joe, Andrew G, at Night Dog, and of course the legend himself, Peter Loshak.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we wish to have Jimmy the back here, but next time we'll definitely be there. And yeah, man, I'm happy to be here with you, bro. Just like bro.
Fun as hell. I want to make a Low Baggers Pub Sports Radio Who Bangin' Sports movie and just have this mustache and play a fucking scumbag. Look at what a scumbag I look like right now. Look at that shit. Look sleazy as hell, right?
Not at all.
All right, Trotwam.
It's welcoming. It's very welcoming to me.
Absolutely. All right, Trotwam. I don't know, man. Here we go. Lakers, Denver. I don't know, man. Denver, the number 1 seed. They're a 6-point favorite. Lakers beat Golden State 6. Denver beat Phoenix in 6. Of course, Lakers have won outright as road dogs. In both game ones this year. This is a different situation going up against Denver. Let me just quote some of the things that people have said, commented earlier in the show to see if you agree or disagree with this. Here we go. BJ, NBA best bet. Thank you. There's only one game on the card, but this is his best bet out of the entire card. Denver Nuggets -5.5. BJ says anybody betting the Lakers tonight will be donating. Okay. Big Ragu says NBA is scripted as fuck. They want a Boston Lakers matchup. Bet both series in a 4-2 result at plus money. A split cashes nicely and a 2-0 back the truck up. 2-0 back the truck up. Wow. Trotwam, you think that they want a Boston Lakers matchup? If so, that means Lakers only have to win. It means they could lose game 1 here. Lakers, of course, won outright game 1 in both series so far this year. A lot of people have been saying, like, don't be an idiot, take Denver. BJ, anybody betting the Lakers tonight will be donating. What do you agree with, Trotwam?
I want to know how many people was trusting Denver to make this push to the championship before the season started. You know, what were the things that they were concerned with about this team? Because I'm still concerned with the things that I'm concerned with as far as defense wise, big capabilities. And let's peel back the layers here. Obviously, it's the rematch for the bubble teams in both conferences, as far as the Heat and the 70s and the Celtics and the Lakers against the Nuggets. And then we've seen how that played out. It was obviously the Heat versus the Lakers. Jimmy Butler was phenomenal, as he has been so far in the playoffs. So it is all on theme. And one thing about the Lakers is that they were kind of being downgraded throughout the playoffs in that bubble against a Portland team, against a Rockets team, and against a Nuggets team. Similar to they have been so far as well. So I'm kind of looking at both of those trajectories for both of those teams. Interesting enough here as well, Pete. Both of those teams, as far as the Lakers and the Heat so far this year, they've been road teams in game 1, and they won both road games. So both of those teams have been able to do that. Very interesting. A lot of them have been underdogs while doing it. Same situation this year. We see again in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference Finals. So I kind of gotta, think of all that narrative. As much as my guy Big Ragu is right, the NBA is WWE. It is as scripted as it could be. You know what I mean? It shows as easy as it can get. Like, you know what I mean? But that being said, when have you ever seen the Denver Nuggets get pushed to do anything, or any small market type team? And I'm not trying to say Denver is a small market, it's because a big city. Don't get me wrong here, but compared to LA, I think I would rather see a Los Angeles Finals rather than Nuggets Finals. You know what I mean? And
sure.
How I think that's how the higher ups would want to be if this is scripted as far as the WWE. I think they would want to see something similar to the Road to 18 against the Celtics. But the way it's been sitting out here, I wouldn't be surprised if the best coach wins in both series. And the way I'm looking at this game particularly is obviously it's a different elevation, for the Lakers going into the Nuggets. They are, they don't have the rest advantage that they have been able to have within these last few games or whatever in game ones. But I just really got to think here. I'm wrapping my head around is that the Nuggets are probably more susceptible to losing a game here against the Lakers within these first two games than anybody that I've seen go up against the Lakers because they have the offensive formula to be able to score on them with the pick and roll action with Jokic at the top of the key. I think we're going to see a lot of that 80 slipping and Jokic not chasing after him, really much staying at the perimeter. And last game that the Lakers played against these guys, well, at least the last game LeBron played with them, it was Russ doing a lot of that playmaking. So Russ did a lot of that playmaking. LeBron ended up with 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. He actually had enough assists to get to 6 assists in this game. And right now, I think he's the one that's being undervalued. As much as the Lakers is being undervalued, I think LeBron and his impact on this team is being undervalued because he hasn't had to do it as much. So a lot of people in the chat, again, like I'm not mad at you taking the Nuggets today. I think the Nuggets are the good spot. Taking them to win this game is not nothing I'm thinking the Lakers should be scared of. They should actually fill this game out, see if they could get away with some, action here. But I do not believe that they're going to play around with this game. They are going to try to steal this game because they have been stealing it, stealing them in game one. But I'm off the first game as far as the side-wise. I'm off the first game because it's a little too unpredictable. I think the Lakers can fall short, but I think that they are the better team. They're going to have the better initial reaction to, what they're going to be able to throw in action with Jokic. And I think they're not worried about the guys shooting as much as they were worried about it in the last series. The last series, they had Steph and Clay. They got to worry about these all-time shooters. You get a little bit of a break, I believe. You don't have to chase guys off the screens and things of that nature no more. A lot of that's kind of like helped out with the Lakers. And I think that it's going to be a little easier for them to be able to play a little defense here. So I think the Lakers are going to be winning this series here. Maybe not game one, but I think they are going to win this series. And the way I'm attacking is LeBron. I think he's still undervalued, over 5.5 assists. I think that's crazy. Like they putting him at Marcus Smart assist numbers. I mentioned the last game that he played against them. It was Russell Westbrook with 8 assists. That's not going to be there today. I think he's going to be mostly the guy that's going to be playmaking, getting AD in that action with Jokic at the top of the key, making those slips for AD, making it a little easier for him as well. So I think AD has a good game. I think LeBron is mostly the dominant player in this series, and you kind of see his production be very consistent against these two guys. I'm not scared of Michael Porter Jr. or Aaron Gordon. I think, again, like Aaron Gordon's going to have to fall off on AD a lot. You know what I mean? Because Jokic is not going to play a lot of the good defense against AD. I think it's going to be mostly pick and roll spots. AD has to slip, and then you're going to see Aaron Gordon chase him and LeBron be out there matched up against Jokic. I think Jokic is going to play good, going to be great offensively, but over 5.5 is kind of short, bro. I think it's just a good number there. Over his career, he's averaged about 8 assists against this Nuggets team over the last few games. Before that last one, I said he had 4 assists. With Russell was taking over, he had 8, 9, 2, 9, 10, 12, 14, 9, and 7. And so I just think that LeBron's going to get these 6 assists, bro. So I like the Lakers in 6 as well, Danny Lopez, but I wouldn't be surprised that they could hold it down in 5 because I don't see any adjustments that the Nuggets are going to be able to do on this game. So Lakers, I like the Lakers here, but not in this game. I'm not going to wait to bet that. As far as the series price, I haven't bet the series price either because I think they can lose this game. I did bet the LeBron to win the MVP of the Western Conference Finals at plus 310. So that is official for me. And the reason why is because I think he's going to hold it down, be the main playmaker, and he's going to score, upward to 25 points. So kind of going to level out for him being that guy. And Jokic is still going to get his numbers. So that's going to possibly lower AD's MVP chances, in my opinion. So I think it's going to be mostly LeBron. Award to win, throwing that the Lakers going to win the series. So them losing the first game, I think the odds are going to increase for LeBron as well. So I'm going to double back. I already know if they lose, I'm doubling back on the LeBron prop. No worries there. But I'm on the assist for sure tonight. That's the best bet for me. It's like you said, it's only game today, but my best bet is going to be LeBron over 5.5 assists. I think it's just too much value there, and I think he's going to have to play that role that I was mentioning about being the main playmaker.
You want to make that official?
That is official. I tweeted that out yesterday at -105. And
okay.
Right now you're getting -115. If you guys, the best available is -115, I think right now.
That is a hell of a take, Trotwam. Yeah, I love it when legends who have tended to be, overvalued, sometimes wildly overvalued their whole career, at the end, things kind of flip and they can actually get undervalued. And that is your take on LeBron right now.
Exactly. I mean, you think about it, he hasn't had to do anything. So people are not right. I mean, they're not right. It's not right. You know what I mean? So shout out to that. Shout out to Red Girl.
Hell yeah, Red Girl.
What's up with you, Queen? Hope you've been doing all good. You already know. It's all love.
In the meantime, wow, you got early in the show some people saying, you're just donating if you bet on the Lakers. You got Big Ragu talking about how, take this one at 4-2 because the NBA wants a Lakers matchup. But as we've been talking about it, a lot of astute commenters are and they're also liking the over. I'll ask you about the over in a second right now, but here you go. Mike M, Lakers win the series at +150. Sharon Pulliam liking the Lakers money line in this game. Let me see. There are a ton of comments that are coming in. Mike M, Lakers to win the series at +150. Burn one. Lakers cover or win outright 100%. Let's get it. Sharon Pulliam, Lakers money line. Count my donation. Wow. And Justin McIvy liking the Nuggets, and Troy Torrance, trends and markets suggest backing the Nuggets, but the X and O's and my gut tells me to back the Lakers. Wow.
So shout out to DC Capper. He's asking what's our opinion on the total. I think over, of course. I think the Lakers are going to be able to put them in that pick and roll action. But again, who's their anchor down low? Who's the Nuggets anchor down low to stop guys or stop one of the best paint grabbing teams, scoring teams in the NBA in the finals? in the playoffs so far as the Lakers. I don't think they're going to be able to stop them down low. So I think the Lakers are going to be able to do that. And then along with they are able to close out, it's going to be a lot wide open looks. And I expect certain guys to get better opportunity in this series. Coach Ham has shown that he's able to play guys off the bench that hasn't been playing, like Lonnie Walker. I want to say Malik Beasley had a really good game against these guys back on December 19th as well. I believe it's December 10th, I'm sorry, when he was with the Utah Jazz, at 19 points, shot really efficient from the three. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of those guys they kind of slightly insert there because they're not worried about the defense no more. So I like the over in this series all the way. So I think the over is a good play. Again, I'm waiting to make moves on how I feel about the side because obviously I would be on the Lakers money line if my mind was telling me the truth.
Right.
I like the way the offense is going to play, but I like the over and the Lakers side in this series, and I think that's going to be kind of consistent. So shout out to KCP revenge game with AOD, and it's a Thomas Bryant revenge game. He was with the Lakers earlier this year. Now he's on the Nuggets, so that's another guy to talk about.
Well, the money, not a surprise. We know what happened. The line has gotten bet up a little bit. Not really the bigger bets coming in on the Nuggets, but about 70% of the cash and the tickets on the Nuggets, about 30% of the cash and the tickets on the Lakers. And the total, bigger bets definitely coming in on the under, but it hasn't really moved at all. It's kind of been solidly like 222, 223 since it came out. And the bigger bets coming in on the under, but that's not necessarily been sharp action. Maybe the over is a nice way to go. In a game one of a series like this, I just can't take the over. You know what I mean? Because they're going to D up even in the third quarter, fourth quarter, everything. They might have a few minutes of lulls, but then they're going to be like, all right, let's D up again. Let's D up again. You know what I mean? But it's guys are
game. Yeah, you got to set the tone, and guys are nervous as well. So it's going to be definitely a tough type grind game. But I just feel like the matchup wise, you know what I mean? These guys were over teams, I believe, in the bubble as well when they were going against each other in that playoff. So I think it kind of would be the same thing.
I kind of feel like Billy Friedrich. He says, if I was betting aside, I can only take the Lakers and the points. I wouldn't want to take the Lakers money line, but it definitely feels like, game one's going to go down to the wire, a close game, and maybe taking the Lakers getting all those points. They lose maybe, but but an intense, exciting game that stays under the line. It's a lot of buckets, man. 6 points in a game like this. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems. I mean, I don't know NBA nearly as well as you guys do, obviously, but it feels like giving them 6 points is just too much right now. And you but probably your take on LeBron being in a period where he's being undervalued might be the way to go. You took LeBron to win the MVP, right?
I took him at 310. Yeah, 310. It's called the Magic Johnson Trophy. It's kind of like it's tailor made for him.
Yes, you're right.
With that narrative, the narrative that our guy Nutflesh was talking about.
Absolutely. All right, I love these comments. I'm looking at a lot of comments. I'm not going to be able to read them all. Prop comments coming in. Tori Coker says it's going to be Heat and Nuggets in the finals. Okay. Wow, look at this. I'm looking at everything. Look. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Zizu number 5 says, Mike M., you're a gem in the chat. Absolutely. Poker Addicted. I think Lakers are going to need to make an adjustment to be competitive in this game, and the adjustment isn't there first half. Lean first quarter, first half Denver. And I saw someone else say Denver first half -3 as well. Yeah, that makes sense too. I'm going to pass, though, officially, Trotwam. It's just too crazy. I hope you all cash, but Trotwam has gone official with LeBron over 5.5 assists, -105. Oh, man. Trotwam. We usually cover so many games. You only got one game here. Anything else you'd like to say or promote or shout out or anything? Tell us about your life. Anything you want to say, Trotwam.
Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in there. While we only got one game today, it's might as well just give y'all the plays that I did make in the other games. I did make more plays in the other games.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Take the Heat to win series games at plus a half, plus 1.5 at plus 155. I think that the Heat are really going to play this all the way tough. Again, like I mentioned, the bubble revenge, like Markel said in the chat, I think they're going to play tough. We've seen the legend of Jimmy Butler. He's going to get one of those games. I think he actually punked them in the first game. So I also did take the Heat plus 8.5 yesterday. I like that look a lot in the first game. I think they are going to punk them in the first game. Reason why I haven't took the Lakers in the first game is because I think it's more of a elevation setting situation that goes against the Lakers. In this game, I think that it's going to be mostly a mental thing. And in this, I'm going to take the better coach. And I'm going to take the better coach in Eric Spoelstra, and I'm going to take the better player in Jimmy Butler. I think who's going to be more mentally ready for the game. So I like Jimmy Butler to come out the first game. Them coming off a 7 game as well. I mean, game 7 for the Boston Celtics. I'm on the 8.5. So I'm on the 8.5 with the Heat. I'm on the series games at plus 1.5 with the Heat. So if this game goes to 7, we cash. If they win, of course, we cash. As long as they don't lose by more than 2 games there. So I like the Heat plus 1.5 series at plus 155. Heat to come out in the first game tomorrow to not lose by more than 9 at 8.5. And then also I talked to you all about the LeBron James at to win the MVP at plus 310 and then over 5.5. Shout out to Pete. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate all y'all. Shout out to Pub, Jose, my man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, Jose. I know you ain't going to like that because this is Boston. Don't worry about nothing, brother. Y'all can still win in 7. I cash. We good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro.
Wham, but you know what this is, Wham. You know what this is. This is for the supremacy of the NBA. This decides who's the best franchise.
It sounds good.
This decides who's you guys aren't going to make it there because the Nuggets are going to beat your guys' ass in 6 games. I know that's fact. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried, Wham, because you Wine Time, Ski, whoever you guys want. You bring your Lakers coalition together, bring it all together, bring it all you need, and me and Nasty Nate will laugh at all you guys when the Celtics win in 5 and we beat your guys' ass again in the finals, just as history dictates.
That's funny.
You know what? I've been capping the cappers this whole time, kind of confused and everything. King Art took Denver first half -3. I read what Poker Addicted had to say. I read what some of the other guys had to say. Check this out, Trotwam. You ready? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Denver first half -3. Now, it's 3.5 right now, so I'm going to use the Pinnacle line -119. Denver first half -3, -119. Capping the cappers. A lot of cappers. I capped them all. I think Poker Addicted and some of the other guys are right. There's statistical reasons to like Denver. The Lakers in the first 2 series won outright. I don't think it's going to happen again here. I'm tailing King Art. and it's a play that is endorsed by Poker Ticket 79. I'm going to take it. Denver Nuggets first half -3, -119. Trotwam, before we let you go, any thoughts on that?
I love the look. I honestly, it makes so much sense. They've been a really good start the season off, and they have the home advantage. So I really like the look a lot.
All right, Trotwam. I hope your 5.5 cashes. And if that LeBron at +310 winds up cashing, I'm going to make a special shout out, a little 15-second shout out, congratulatory video to you about that, Trotwam. And I think it's a positive EV play. Should be a dog line, but probably not that big of a line, Trotwam.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Pete. You know the reason why I do this, and shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Trotwam, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.